If there's one thing in the gym that people don't give enough attention to, it's warm-ups. Because I can guarantee you if you're not warming up properly, you're going to get injured. Now, a lot of people wonder, well, how do I warm up without it affecting my top sets? Well, today I'm going to walk you through my method of how I warm up to get to my top sets. Now, I know most of you are going to want to jump into the heavy weights as soon as you possibly can. And while I love the aptitude, it's a great way to get yourself injured. No matter what, we always start with 2 sets of 5 with just the bar. Okay. So, if you're using knee sleeves or a belt to squat, typically I tell you in your warm-ups you do not want to use them. However, in this video I'm recovering from a slight back tweak at the moment, and even on my body weight squats, I noticed it started to induce pain. So that's something else that the warm-ups are going to tell you, is if it's a good day to train heavy or not. So I'm going to test these next couple warm-up sets, see if it's okay with the belt on. If it's not, I'm going to choose a lower weight right off the bat. If it's okay, I'm still going to try to do the top set. Okay, so with the belt on, that actually felt really good, so we're going to keep going up. Set number 2 with just the bar. Now, this is also a reason you should be recording yourself, as I noticed my depth wasn't quite there. Now, that could either be because the weight's light, and as it gets heavier, my depth will get better, or I may not just be getting deep enough, right? So this is a great reason that you should be recording yourself too, to make sure your technique's right and you're getting all the way down to depth. Because if you're not getting down to depth, the squat doesn't count. Okay, so now we're actually going to get into the first warm-up set with actual weight on the bar. Now your first warm-up set is always going to be a set of 5. Since our target for today is going to be sets of 5 for our top set, the first set of 5 should be done with 40% of what your working set weight is. So in this case, I haven't done the exact math, but it's pretty close to 135. You'll see it on screen. Now, once you get into heavier weights, it's much easier to just go plate by plate. You really don't want to be micro-loading your warm-up weights. That'll take unnecessary extra time. However, if you are squatting under a plate, it's a little bit more necessary to be micro-loading your weights, because you still want to make sure that you get a sufficient amount of volume before you go into your top sets to make sure you're warm. Heard little pops here and there, but it looked fine so far. We're going to see how it went. All right, now we're at warm-up number 2. We're at 225 for 3 reps. So this one is going to be closer to 60% for 3. So the whole format is 2 sets of 5 at just the 45-pound bar. You're going to do 1 set of 5 at 40% of your top set, 1 set of 3 at 60% of your top set. Then your last warm-up set is going to be 2 reps at 80% of your top weight. So it's going to go 40, 60, 80, and you're going to go from 5, 3, 2. All right, set number 2. All right, set number 2 felt really good. Time for set number 3. Okay, so here we have the top warm-up set. We're going to be doing this for 2 reps, which is around 80% of our goal. Our goal is to hit 335 for a set of 5 today. This is at 275, which is somewhat close. Again, we're ballparking it. Doesn't need to be exact. We just want to make sure that we don't fatigue ourselves for our top set, but we get sufficient exposure to heavy weights before we go into it. right, that felt really good. I think I'm ready for the top set. All right, guys, bar's loaded. All right, you guys will see me under the bar.
Yep.